Right. So one of the duties as being a child of God and really thinking you're a child of God is showing people where they might not be with being a child of God like they should be. They are, but they're really lacking, and they are laying in supreme ignorance. Now you don't have to buy on to the fact that I'm here and I'm a child of God and I'm here to try and help you humans get back on track because you just might be off track. But you guys let me know where you might be wrong because this is whether I'm crazy or not as a child of God. Just take my words and say, does this sound like common sense? You know what I mean? But let's take a look because we're going to try and help Mr. Adam Calhoun. It's illegal on stolen land. Okay, right. There's Billie Eilish. And I agree with some of the stuff that Mr. Calhoun's going to say here. He's going to make the point like, hey, are you going to let the immigrants on your land? Your stolen land? Is that going to be all right? I can't see why she'd have a problem with that, right? But she would want them vetted, wouldn't you think? You would want them vetted before they come onto your property. You wouldn't want just criminals that came over for another country and began a free ride in your country just coming and, you know, being exposed to your family and whatnot. That's where they got you guys all swirled up in Minnesota, you know what I mean? Because that is common sense that, hey, if they just want to come into the jails and clean up the criminals that came over from somewhere else so you don't release those back into your neighborhoods, you know what I mean? Because they're not really there to grow and learn because they've already become criminals in your country. You know what I mean? But it's a big swirl pot, so they get to go out on the streets and get you guys get to anyways, you know what I mean? It's them just twisting you guys all up. But where is it we can try and help Adam Calhoun come to God? Because really, I think this young lad needs some mental health help. And he knows it. Oh man, we conquered this shit. We took it. It's ours. Now, Adam, if you go to God and you say that to God and you say, hey, stolen land, we conquered this shit. We took this shit for our. How do you think God's going to go if you have the mindset that you're allowed to go in and take and conquer because it fucking betters you? Infrastructure. Who's being the whites? The whites. Well, how did the whites get the infrastructure done? Let's find out from fucking Adam. Whites, yeah, we made it the United States of America. And you know who else has a big part of American history and culture? Oh, just a part. It wasn't done together. They just had their part. The Irish, the Italian, the Polish, the Mexicans, and so on. These people came here legally and loved this country as. Oh no, the Mexicans that are here, they came illegally, bud. Because the blacks that were a big part of America, building America. Well, we know that they were slaves, right, bud? And that was. that was. That was Whitey thinking he had the rights to think that he was better than other people, and that you know what I mean. And yeah, the Mexicans, but they were the same thing. They were willing slaves, though. You know what I mean. What must have been going on in Mexico? Because it's a beautiful country. I don't know why they want to leave and come over to America all the time. There must be some twisted situations going on there, but yeah, you can't even drink the water. Like one beautiful place like that, and you can't trust the water. Apparently, at least that's what they told us. And I had to touch the water while we were there. But, anyways, yeah, those Mexicans they did the jobs for that Americans didn't want to do at even a lesser price. You know what I mean? But to its morals, and some of them even went to its morals. Oh, America, how fucking moral are you? Adam, would you say that America, well, you think you think what Donald Trump's doing everywhere is good, that because you think it's good to conquer and take that to God.
And died over this country just for you to be like, still in America. Hey, all you famous people that were at the Grammys last night, why do you have gates around your.
It's got a good point. Why do they all have gates? To protect their stolen land? But really, I mean, if you had to say, if you conquered the land and you think you earned it by conquering, that kind of means you stole it, right? Wouldn't you say? But also, you just, the poor native people, they just lack in this story here for America. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, Adam. It's fucking like they got, see, here's the deal, bud. Some of their prophecies and stuff like that, they tell them, hey, I think they welcomed the white man here. I think they did because I think their prophecies were like, the way he's going to show up, and it can go either real good or it can go real bad. And well, unfortunately, it's not all Whitey's fault. So I'm just saying, any color who wants to blame the white man for fucking them being down, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't become a victim of something that a lot of us didn't do to you. You can't blame not even our past. It's not even our past. It's the past that someone else lived. It's time to get out of victimhood and learn that humans are just fucking humans. And we should learn to stick together because Adam, I don't know if you know this, but the white moral system that's been created, you have to admit, bud. You'd have to admit it's there to kind of keep the black man down, right? I mean, like here in Canada, bud, you can't even get a minimum wage job and have your own apartment and have your own space and like anybody who works 40 hours be able to live a dignified life, wouldn't you say, Adam? But the system, it keeps us down, and these kids that grow in this system, and it fucking just festers and just you know what I mean? But it's time to help one another and stop fucking blaming each other. Adam, they've done this to your brain. They've made you think that being a conqueror is good. And somehow, I don't know. You guys, like, do you think you're the chosen people that are fucking Adam? But you can't have any hate in that heart of yours. You can't want to be a conqueror. Hey, bud, how would you feel if you had no part of Hamas and you lived in Palestine, bud? Because like the common sense part of being with God is like the Ten Commandments. Try being with those, but you can even simplify it. Like Adam here's a Jesus guy, right? He simplified it. He said, "Love thy Lord thy God with all thy heart and soul and mind," and it's called using your brain, Adam. Because the next one is just like it. Is love thy neighbor as thyself. You know what I mean? Like just because they don't live next door to you, they're still a human being. How would you like to fucking live there, bud? How would you like to know that the American taxpayer dollars are wiping the shit out of you because they're supporting somebody? You know what I mean? Like, not only did you guys support Hamas with the supporting Iran, so you gave them $6 billion on a on a weird deal. Like, I don't. It's weird, and you're in the music biz. You can find out you wanna stop bullshit, man. Ask DJ Khaled if he's part of fucking if he supports Hamas like that guy that fucking got herpes from Diddy. But anyways, this ain't out here to diss anybody. This is out here to I'm a child of God. I'm supposed to be helping and pointing out where I think that people are lacking with God, and you just gotta listen to them and know where they're at. And Adam's not with God, and the only way for Adam to know that he's not with God is for someone to point it out to him because he's not going to want to see it. But if he sees it, it can be so fucking beautiful for him. You know what I mean? He can be with God. Like I've always say, people, I don't know what hell is. I know that this feels like hell to me, and I don't want anything worse than this. So if it's for eternity, just fucking think. please think, is it better to be in the truth and start asking questions and let go of our hate and try and come together? You know what I mean? Just in case.